So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is Sunday afternoon and I haven't done a whole lot yet today. I stayed up till about 1:30 last night, which that's not like me at all. I'm more of a early to bed, early to rise kind of person. At least I try to be. But we were over at the neighbors last night. They had a big wedding for their daughter. It was a wonderful event. They did a fantastic job on everything. I did a little fireworks show. I'll show you parts of that here in a minute. And then I ran the shuttle. I cleaned the Ranger all up and was running people, you know, from where they parked to the house, and stayed pretty busy with that before the wedding and late into the night last night. But it all worked out really well. So I really don't have any video today as far as moving dirt, cutting brush, cutting firewood, anything like that. But I do have a video kind of in the holster from our trip to Colorado that I never did upload because we didn't have internet service. But it was a nice hike that we took in part of a national forest out there. And it's just beautiful. I hope you enjoy it. But what I have found on our last couple trips out west are our national parks in this country are just phenomenal. I mean, they're beautiful. However, the national forests are pretty nice too, and there's a lot less people there, and you can kind of get away from things a little bit easier in the national forest. So we kind of like hitting them. You just have to do a lot of research though and try to figure out where you're going, because they're not as promoted as the national parks. And something else that we realized when we were on this trip, we met so many people from other countries. I mean, France, England, Germany, the Netherlands, all over the world that come here, you know, and they appreciate the beauty that this country has to offer. And it amazes me that there's a lot of people in this country that really don't ever take the time to see that stuff. And I mean, everybody's different. You know, some people like go sit on the beach for a week and just relax, and there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. We're kind of not like that. We like to go see things and do things. And so when we vacation, we're kind of on the move the whole time. We're always doing something. So you kind of come back tireder than when you left, but that's okay. You have a good time. But anyway, if you have an opportunity, you know, there's a lot of beautiful places in this country. There really is. And if you have the opportunity, you ought to try to take it. But anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit of footage from last night's fireworks show, and then we'll get into the video from a little hike Melissa and I did out in Colorado last week. So welcome back everyone, Mike and Melissa here. This intro probably looks familiar because we're standing in the exact same spot from the last video. What I find ourselves doing on this trip is we take so many pictures, we take videos, and just whenever I have time I'll edit one and upload a video. But anyway, the last video was the sheep video that we saw when they were herding all those sheep down the highway. I'll put that video up above here. I thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, today we are between Estes Park and Idaho Springs, Colorado, and we're actually on our way to Idaho Springs. We fly home tomorrow, and we're just going to head down there and get a room. And I saw a sign for this lake, Brainard Lake area or something like that. And heck, we've been here, what, 4 hours or something now?
It's been beautiful.
And we went for a really neat hike. It's just a beautiful area. What I've found, like the national parks are great. We were at Glacier National Park earlier today. What, 5 or 6 hours there. We were there about daylight, and the national parks are fantastic, don't get me wrong, and we've been there, not this trip, but we've been to Yellowstone and Arches, but there's a lot of people and it's kind of crowded and there's some traffic and things like that. What we have found is areas like this, part of the National Forest System, are really nice. There's hardly anybody here, and we just went for a nice hike up to a lake. I think it was called, what was it, Long Lake?
Yeah.
Long Lake, and we're down here by another one. There's 6 or 7 lakes in this area, hiking trails everywhere, and it's been pretty cool. So we'll show you a little bit of footage from the hike back to the lake there, and I hope you enjoy it.
We're hiking this trail and met these two good people, and they just got engaged.
We did.
What are your names?
I'm Doug.
And I'm Carol.
Doug and Carol.
Thank you so much.
Isn't that so great? I don't know where my husband is, but he'll be excited.
Thank you.
So that entire hike was maybe only a mile, mile and a half long, something like that. It's just beautiful here. And you know, you see a few people here and there, and I saw that couple that just got engaged, which was pretty cool. Melissa was talking to them. She talks to everybody that we meet. I know there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just kind of a let's keep moving kind of person, and you talk to a lot of people.
That's okay.
And she takes pictures of everyone else's dogs because
I've seen almost 20 dogs on this trip.
And you miss
I'm going to show them to my dogs when I get home.
Yeah, we'll be right up.
Yeah. So we're going to go charge someone's car.
So we're going to go jump start somebody's car. But anyway, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.